from our campus studio near the base of Mission Peak. This is Ohlone Tri-City News, featuring stories about our neighbors in Fremont, Newark, and Union City.
Hello and welcome to a special pre-recorded edition of Ohlone Tri-City News for Wednesday, May 17th, 2023. I'm Nick Bihler. This is the last show produced by students during the spring 2023 semester. And now for our top story. Here's your chance to see early works by tomorrow's Hollywood filmmakers. Come to the Spring 2023 Movie Night tomorrow. You will see amazing short films created by beginning and more advanced Ohlone students. This semester's movie night starts at 7:30 p.m. tomorrow in the Jackson Theater, located in the Smith Center on the Ohlone Fremont campus. Admission is free. Each spring and fall semester, Ohlone College students produce live, weekly TV newscast. As part of the BRDC 141 team, you will learn skills to discover and report facts and events and issues that matter to you and our community. The skills you develop will help you improve your communication abilities and self-confidence. You will learn how to use professional equipment, and you do not have to plan for a career in journalism to benefit from the course. The fall 2023 semester starts Monday, August 28th. To join the production team, please visit ohlonetv.com and sign up for BRDC 141. When you visit ohlonetv.com, you will learn about other classes to help you launch a career in mass media. Ohlone offers hands-on classes in film production, directing a short film, video editing, documentary production, shooting professional quality video, and developing a variety of professional skills. The Ohlone program offers you guaranteed admission to a California State University in the film, television, and electronic media major. For more information, visit ohlonetv.com. Rock out to the theme and bump up that amplifier. The Ohlone Music Department is here to find your voice. Here's my story of the Ohlone Music Department. The music department at Ohlone is very student-oriented and offers a fun environment with numerous classes to explore and further one's skills.
There's a lot of students here that they just come for fun. They're here for, many years, and that's okay. There's a lot of other students here who have different idea, want to come here, work hard for 2 years and then transfer. So I think it can be whatever experience you want it to be.
So you'll figure out what your reason for doing music is, even if it's so much as, oh, that sounds cool, I want to do that. And people will find their own reason.
So it winds up being a music making thing as much as a music teaching situation. So it's fun to create an environment that's making music as a model for my students rather than just telling them what to do and making them memorize things. So that's what makes it fun.
The music department recently received a huge overhaul of their facilities as part of an Ohlone grant.
I've seen it go from we were all learning doing our musicianship and our theory just in essentially a big office room to now we're actually in a music facility and a music teaching facility.
There's a brand new recording studio for those who are more career oriented, who want to be an engineer or want to be a mixer or want to be a producer. That is really, really state-of-the-art stuff in the brand new studio.
The recital hall is a big thing for us to experience such, nice music environment, and also the practice rooms were a big deal for us as well. So it's nice that the facilities are well equipped and also fairly new.
We've got a band room, we've got a recital hall, we've got practice rooms actually, we have a studio that we can record music. We've also got a piano lab and a computer lab, so all these various things have contributed.
Everybody needs a place to practice, especially a soundproof place to practice. So there are a set of practice rooms that they all have a piano in them and a chair, and it's basically a prison cell, but that's what it's supposed to be.
There's some good music labs here with good computers and nice piano, so that one's pretty cool, especially if you're trying to do composition, that kind of thing. Aside from that, the recital hall is really nice, has a nice piano.
All the rooms are interconnected via Dante communication, so they all run back to the recording studio. So the whole department's kind of like a recording studio with different rooms in it.
The professors in the program have been able to help students with their journey towards success.
I think the fact that every one of them is really engaging and also willing to help really also engage me to my fullest potential, and also we know that they're equipped with learning and credentials and all that, and they just help us to build that step in time to be prepared once we transfer to another school.
So our head faculty member, Tim Roberts, has been an extreme force to push students, myself and my friends, to improve ourselves without being strict or harsh about it. He's always been of the opinion that if you want to learn, I'll teach you, but I'm not going to force it down your throat. You can be here if you want.
My private instructor, Professor Sandy Chen, she's helped me a lot. She's really good piano teacher, but she goes beyond that as well and supports her students, and some of the other teachers do as well, do that here, but that's just the one that's done it the most for me.
Our vocal professor focuses a lot on how to embody what you want put out in yourself. So if you want a nice regal sound from your voice, he shows you how to get there and how you need to change your body to get there, and also how to deal with the mental obstacles along the way.
I would say that DLC would help me in a way that would improve my voice in a way. It's very hard to explain, but if you take his class, it's it really just helps improve overall.
The professors and facilities are not the only sources of help for students.
Other than the music sheets we do learn from, it's also the overall atmosphere and everyone else around it.
The resources I have are technically my friends that I made in choir. So usually there's this choir class is very friendly, and it's very easy to make yourself feel like you belong here, because everyone's just really outgoing and really friendly.
Finally, some words of advice are offered for future students.
The music department at Ohlone is kind of varied in terms of both students, professors, classes. I think the experience can really be what you make of it.
Embrace the suck. There are going to be moments where you're not going to want to do it, and then you just got to remember why you got into music in the first place.
Just believe in yourself. Yeah.
Follow your heart. Feed your soul at this moment. Go and see if you want music so bad that you can't imagine doing something else, then that's going to be here.
Come join us. It's fun. You'll find new friends.
If you're interested in what the music department has to offer, then head over to ohlone.edu/music to see upcoming courses and how to sign up. From the Ohlone College Fremont campus, this is Nicholas Bihler with Ohlone Tri-City News. Finland has eradicated homelessness with their innovative Housing First program. Here's Charles with part 2 of our homeless investigation to explain how it is being implemented in Fremont.
In part 1 of our Unhoused series, we talked to some homeless people. 2 of the people have been helped by Tri-City organizations to move out of homelessness. The homeless lady who sleeps in her car feels protected, sleeping at a caravan safe sleeping spot. This program provides a place where car and van homeless can sleep in their vehicles safely, get a hot meal, take a shower, or wash their clothes.
So far, the program, I've been pleased with it, and so far I appreciate how they locate us places where we can feel safe to sleep, But I'm trying to get a place. I don't want to be out here forever.
In part 1, we met a Kwan who was sleeping in the street with his young daughters. He entered Abode's Fremont Sunset Village and completed their housing transition program. Kwan and his 2 daughters will be moving into a new apartment this month.
Honestly, being here over a year helped me a lot. I matured a lot. It broke me down, but it also gave me a lot of understanding about life more. I'm finna get housed next month. This place did a lot for me. It really changed my whole perspective of life around, my thought process, the way I see things. It made me more humble than anything. So I have to give a lot of credit to this place of being here.
Finland's Housing First model prioritizes getting the homeless into quick, permanent housing. Once homeless have stable housing, their mental health and substance abuse problems can be treated. The Housing First approach eradicated homelessness in Finland. Salt Lake City and Houston adopted the Finnish Housing First program and reduced their homelessness by 90%. Abode is a nonprofit agency working to end homelessness in the Tri-City area, and it uses the Housing First program. Abode's Lydia Gonzalez explains some of the needs of the homeless she sees.
Where I need access to the computer so we're able to apply online. Sometimes folks, don't have a social security card or an ID, and will need access to that before applying to other jobs.
Dina Nunez describes the kinds of problems Abode's clients experience.
In Abode, we are seeing an increase in people who are working full-time, who are living in their vehicles. Vehicle homelessness has increased in the last 3 years. And people who are making, a general wage are not able to afford the cost of living in the Bay Area. Seniors are increasingly becoming homeless. We see the cost of rent go up and price out seniors who are retired. All of the seniors that are living there are pushed out onto the streets and homeless for the first time. There's theft, there's crime, there's assaults. Because people are really vulnerable on the streets, it is really, really common that they develop PTSD or already have PTSD before they've come to the streets.
So what is the value of a successful homeless program to the Tri-City area taxpayers and residents?
We do pay a lot as a community for those that are experiencing homelessness in terms of law enforcement and emergency room visits to support people on the streets. And that money could be better used in placing individuals in housing and to reduce the cost per person.
But there's still much work to be done. Homelessness remains a serious problem for the Tri-City area. So what can you do to help? Consider volunteering with CityServe's Safe Sleeping Spot program. CityServe is a coalition of tri-area churches that organizes and sponsors the Sleeping Spot program at various churches on a nightly basis. They need volunteers, and you can apply by sending an email to specialprojects@cityserve.org. For Ohlone Tri-City News, I'm Charles Bolton.
If you missed the first installment of Unhoused, you can find it on ohlonetv.net. Did you know that the community of Niles was at one point a major staple to the film industry? Niles actually has some historical connections to the silent film era, and this museum can tell you all about it.
The Niles SNA Silent Film Museum is located in what is now the historic district of Niles in the city of Fremont. People from the film industry from all parts of the world visit Niles Silent Film Museum to commemorate the greatest silent films that influence modern-day entertainment. Today we spoke with David Keene, who enlightened us on the personal experience with silent films.
I'm a historian for the Niles SNA Silent Film Museum. I do a lot of different things at the museum: film programming, projectionist, take care of a lot of the behind-the-scenes things at the museum.
The Niles Film Museum today, however, isn't identical to what it used to be due to several changes over the years. However, despite this, the SNA Silent Film Museum has made huge efforts to contribute to bringing the past back to life.
The beginning here, in 2001, a bunch of us formed a nonprofit, the Niles SNA Silent Film Museum. And in 2004, we got access to this 1913 Nickelodeon movie theater, the Edison Theater. Moved in, and in January of 2005, we started showing silent films with live music accompaniment. And every Saturday night, and we've been doing that pretty much ever since. As more films have become into the public domain, we've been showing films that we haven't been able to show before because of the rental fees that we'd have to charge. And we showed just last month, I believe, Go West with Buster Keaton for the first time, and it was our first sellout crowd since before COVID.
Wow.
So he still brings people into the shows.
The technology used by old directors such as Charlie Chaplin has left a huge imprint on the Silent Film Museum, which has allowed them to accumulate such a large amount of exotic equipment. along with around 10 to 12,000 silent films over the years in various different ways.
We have over 10,000 films in our collection here at the museum, film prints, not digital copies, but film prints that we show out of our original projection booth at the theater. Over the years, we've gathered lots and lots of films, and our first collection actually came from Ohlone College that was stored in a closet there for many years, and it was owned by a film collector named Robert Maskell. We also, as collectors in the Bay Area, older collectors started dying. Their relatives gave those collections to us, so we would get maybe 200, 300, 400, or 500 films at a time from various collections that became available. One of our mentors that really started out helping us at the beginning was David Shepard, who was a world-renowned film preservationist, and he had a collection of his own of about 3,000 prints that he gave us. And he also arranged to get a rental collection of films that was owned by Murray Glass in Southern California of about 5,000 films that came here to the museum. And then we just continued to collect collection after a collection. In terms of the equipment that we have here at the museum, when we came into the auditorium in 2004, there was no equipment at all in the original projection booth, just the tin-lined room itself. So we had to acquire the equipment to actually project films again. At the same time, we've also been collecting vintage film equipment over the years, a lot of it donated to us by Les Thomas, a former newsreel cameraman in the 50s and 60s, Dick Bartell, who was a projectionist starting in the 1930s, gave us a lot of stuff. People whose relatives own the equipment gave us a lot of equipment, and we've tried to fix as much of it as we could up so that it would actually run again. We also got a lot of vintage silent film cameras in our collection, a lot of them donated to us. Some of them are rare, and a few things that are unique, one of a kind.
Finally, Mr. Keene offered some final thoughts on silent films to future museum goers.
So I think people who haven't seen silent films before may be surprised by them if they come to the theater and look at them on the screen. In the past, people have gotten an impression about what silent films look like and what their content is, and not a very good impression. Sometimes you see them speeded up and the quality looks pretty bad, fuzzy, contrasty, maybe even out of focus. But silent filmmakers were really meticulous about making good quality films, and we have some really great prints of films, some taken from the original camera negatives in our collection. And when you see a good quality print with live music on the screen with a crowd, I think you can really get carried away and be impressed by a silent film.
If you would like to learn more about the Niles Film Museum, visit nilesfilmmuseum.org.
From the Niles Asane Silent Film Museum, this is Murtaza Naqvi with Ohlone Tri-City News.
For those who want to reverse engineer your career, the engineering department is your ticket to success. Here's Murtaza with the story.
The engineering department at Ohlone College provides resources and different benefits to students in order for them to succeed within their individual career paths.
Students that take the engineering classes here at Ohlone will be exposed to current technologies in industry. We have really great faculty teaching our classes, faculty that care, and also students exposed to field trips and internship opportunities. But really at Ohlone Engineering, we focus on hands-on transferable skills so that our students are competitive in today's job market.
We have a lot of students who do various projects. One specifically is our Engineering 101 course. When students take the class, there's a Lab 3 that is, the class is taught by Professor Rose Margaret, and she has this lab called Lab 3 where the students design their own project and they can use all the equipment that we have in the lab to manufacture and create their prototype.
Students within the engineering department express their own personal learning experiences and benefits they have gained through participating in engineering courses.
I think the engineering department, well, it's obviously the department I've been around the most, so I might be biased in saying that. I think it's pretty exciting, pretty friendly. You see a lot of different people that know a lot of different things, and you learn a lot from just talking to the peers, and everyone's really friendly.
Honestly, learning like all the new programs that engineerings are using now, like MATLAB, AutoCAD, and like Multisim, it's just like really interesting on how to like design new stuff.
And then through meeting people like, Professor Itua, I just came out of her classroom right now, and then meeting people like Resta, he's in charge of taking care of all the engineering departments. I was able to see kind of what electrical engineering was about, and that is something that really attracted me.
We can literally make almost anything in this lab. We have some more equipment to come in. We have robots, we have FANUC arms, we have assembly lines. I would like more people to come into lab, have an idea of what to do. Just the other day, for example, we had a student who needed to add new pickups on their guitar. We took it apart, put in the new pickups, showed them how to read an electrical diagram. I learned a little bit myself because, for at least in certain hobby fields such as like guitar and stuff, they don't really follow legit diagrams. They have different names for certain things and hookups, and that was interesting to read what that side of at least the electrical field is, even though it's not really electrical. And then another student needs to.
The utilities and workspace provided by the engineering department staff allow students to work on hands-on labs, giving them more potential to learn. For example, students here were assigned a challenge to build a car in a specific amount of time, which allowed them to gain extra credit if they came in first. Additionally, after completing this in-class assignment, they were allowed to go outside and race to see which car performed the best. Professor Rose Margaret ensures that students will be able to succeed within Ohlone College's engineering program.
I want the students to know that they can do anything that they set their mind to do. They can become engineers. I know that oftentimes the students are told sometimes that engineering is difficult. Well, I'm here to say it just takes commitment, and they can become great, amazing engineers. They should come with a mindset that they can do anything they set their mind to do, to learn, to create, and to innovate, and be ready to become the best, one of the best engineers in the country and the Silicon Valley.
If you have any extra questions regarding the engineering department held at Ohlone College, please visit ohlone.edu/engineering.
And thank you for watching the special pre-recorded edition of Ohlone Tri-City News for Wednesday, May 17th, 2023. This is the last show for the spring 2023 semester. To join the fall semester production team, please visit ohlonetv.com and sign up for BRDC 141 Live Ohlone Tri-City News. Episodes will return in September. I'm Nick Bihler. Please visit ohlonetv.net for more shows and stories about Fremont, Newark, and the Union City. And thanks for watching.